Hi there, Jeffrey Rhoades from Experimental Homesteader, Exotic Gardening, and Sheri and Richerson.com. Well, it's Friday. I actually managed to get out of work on time. Thought I was going to be working over because I wasn't sure that I was fast enough to get the job done, because there were 3 of us working today, but which is what has been happening, because I've been training. I've been the trainee, and the person who was training me left early today. So it was sort of okay, what can we get done, early before she leaves, so that we, can keep going and hopefully have a decent day. And, the past couple of days, it's been kind of we've worked over a couple of times because, we were just a little bit behind because I'm a little bit slower. But we got out on time. She did a couple of the carts, and then, at the same time I was working on a cart. The other person was working on a cart, so there were 3 carts working at a time. And we got it done. Now Monday, she's not going to be there again. She's not going to be there at all. And I'm not sure whether they're going to have me over there working by myself, basically, with a little bit of support from the other person, or whether they'll bring somebody else who knows the job a little better than me, possibly, and shuffle people around. So I'm not sure. I'm kind of hoping that they'll just leave me there and let me do the job and see how I do. Because I really kind of feel like I've got it more or less under control. But I don't know for certain. There's every once in a while I second guess myself. The confidence kind of wanes on me once in a while. So about the time I think that I'm, that I've got the job down, that I'm, comfortable, I have a little bit of self-doubt, and, I wind up thinking, well, maybe I don't have this. I'll make a mistake, and, and I had a little error this morning, but it was nothing major. It was a tiny little thing. So I think I'm getting better. I think I've got the job down pretty well. So hopefully they'll let me do it on Monday and see how long it takes me. See if I can improve my speed a little bit. Other than that, I don't know. We're trying to figure out what we're doing this weekend. I think Sheri's going to go up to Fort Wayne at some point this weekend. I'm going to stay home. I think if the weather doesn't get too cold real fast, I'm going to work on the room upstairs. I've got everything wired now. I fixed the wiring last night. It was as I suspected. The positive wire coming into the outlet had come loose. So I spent probably half hour to an hour getting the wiring put back together again. Hopefully it will last this time. But I got it fixed, and everything was working up there. So now it's just a matter of patching all the holes, using the drywall mud and getting everything cleaned up there. So I think I will spend the weekend up in the Raggedy Ann room, patching holes, getting the drywall, the mud on the walls that I need, getting it dry, so that it can dry, so that I can sand it, so I can get it ready to start painting. And maybe, just maybe, I could, if I get on this quick enough, maybe I can get it painted starting Sunday. I can start on it on Sunday and paint part of it, because I really want to get this room done. I'm tired of working on it. It's been over a year, and I'd like to have it done so that I can move on to another project, because this has been part of the problem. Part of it has been I start on a project and I get interrupted and wind up working on another project and another project and another project, and it's hard to get back to the original project that I was working on. And most of the time I get interrupted on almost every project, so I get half done, and then half done with this one and half done with that one. And I really want to finish this one and move on to cleaning up another room, because if I can get this room done, okay, and finished, then we can set it up. We can get all her Raggedy Ann stuff into the room, so that she can start going through the Raggedy Anns and setting stuff up the way she wants it, and figuring out what she has, what she doesn't have, what she has duplicates of. But the room will be done, and at that point then I can move on to clearing out another room, rearranging it, getting stuff moved, so that we can start going through stuff in another room and get it cleaned up, so that we can start making some room for ourselves. Excuse me. We've got a lot of clutter, and part of it is just there's pretty much no room to put anything, and to be able to do it right, I need to basically more or less move everything out of the room, and then slowly bring everything back in and sort it. And I haven't had that opportunity yet. Not really. So I'm hoping, and one of the projects that I really want to work on as soon as I'm done with the Raggedy Ann room is I want to get down in the basement, because the basement is just, a real mess. I had started on it at one point, but I only got a little ways into it. There are a bunch of broken canning jars, so there's a lot of broken glass down there. So I've got to get it all swept up. There's some dirt down there as well that has, because when Jerry and Sheri first moved into the house, they used the basement as part of her greenhouse, and so there is soil from plants down there that I really need to clean up. And right now it's damp. When it rains, we've been, it's been getting damp down there, because I think the drain in the floor is clogged again, and so it's not draining properly. So we're getting water back up into the basement. So I've got to clean that out again. But I've got to clean up all the dirt and debris and everything else off the floor. There's a whole bunch of stuff down there. There's some old shelves that are rusted and collapsed, and I just need to break them down, get them out of there. But once I get everything, if I can get that room cleaned up, even if I can't get it completely dry right now, if I can get the floor cleaned up and I can get most of the junk that's down there out, then we can start taking tubs of stuff, plastic tubs that'll be waterproof down there, and I can stack stuff up until we can get to it to organize it. So I can clear some rooms, you know, by just putting everything in tubs, putting it in the basement, you know, and the stuff that we sort through, if I label the tubs, then, you know, I can get them stacked up and organized down there and have, you know, more room. Because, and the only problem with that is I hate the way we get into the basement. The stairs are narrow, they're steep. There's not a lot of room for taking anything up and down and out of the basement. It's really awkward, but you know, it's if I can clear the room, then I have a lot of space that I can store stuff, and that's what we need right now. Just some storage area, just room to stack stuff up, get it out of the way, you know, where it's protected and not going to be damaged, but where it's just out of our way so that we can, you know, sort through some of the other stuff and figure out what we're keeping. So anyways, enough of my ramblings at this point. Please subscribe, help us out, and we do appreciate everyone who has been subscribing. Please help us, you know, get some more people. We are trying to reach 10,000 subscribers. We still have a long ways to go, but every subscriber helps, and you know, it would be amazing to get to those numbers. So give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below. We will see you again tomorrow. Have a great evening.